Hello everybody. Hello YouTube. Hello art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I'm back with yet another video. This time we are doing an art talk, and I'm kind of excited about this one, even though you probably can't hear it in my voice because, again, I just don't have a lot of energy. But didn't want to say that I'm tired. I always say that I'm tired, so I said something different, but it really means the same thing. But anyway, before we get started, here we are again at my homepage on YouTube, The Object of Art. So, I do this every time just so that you know you're in the right place. And I'm going to get church announcements out the way. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you like the video. And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button and tell me what's wrong. Okay, so I am back. I am back because you absolutely know that I just can't let you live in peace. I have to keep coming back with these videos of stuff, and we're doing an art talk today. It's a kind of a messy art talk, but it's well worth it. So right away, since if you've been here before, if you're a returning viewer, you know that my art talk videos are the ones that are on the shorter side. So what am I going to talk about for art talk today? Not gossiping. No, you ain't heard it from me. You ain't heard it from me. You heard it from the New York Times, and I'm just delivering it to you. I found this very interesting article, excuse me, at the New York Times, and it is dated May 29th, 2022, so it's pretty recent, within the last 2 weeks. And looks like there's some more fuckery going on with regard to art sales and the art market and museums and auctions. And this one even is indirectly linked to somebody who's been in the news a lot lately, Amber Heard and Jean-Michel Basquiat. And you've noticed in a lot of my art crime or art talk videos, and you can see them all at my channel. Please do subscribe and take a look. His name comes up a lot. Jean-Michel Basquiat's name comes up a lot with regard to these art crime cases. A lot of auctions, especially it seems like recently, a lot of auctions for his work and for where is it? I'm gonna find it. Yes, I am. Oh, the Inigo Philbrick one. Again, 247 views. It's my most popular video so far. Inigo Philbrick's mess has something to do with a Basquiat painting that he sold more than 100% stake in to way too many people. And here it is again. Basquiat and Banksy. I'm sorry, this is where I'm at right now. This is my opinion. This is what I think. I'm not representing anybody but myself here, but in my opinion, if you see Basquiat or Banksy involved in any kind of art auction or sale or whatever, as recently, in my opinion, you would not be wrong to be suspicious. I was going to say you can safely assume. No, maybe you can't safely assume that there's some criminal activity going on, but there's plenty of reason to be suspicious if you see things going on with Banksy's art and Basquiat's art. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you already know what I think. Why do I think that those two artists seem to be involved with so much art crime shenanigans? Because one is anonymous and the other is dead. Okay, so forging their works and claiming that it's an original when it's not is pretty easy. Now, in this article, you got to read through this. FBI, good old FBI. Thank you, FBI, for being on the case. These people need to be brought to justice. Okay. But let me just read the headline here. FBI investigates Basquiat paintings shown at Orlando Museum of Art. There's a lot of stuff going on in Florida. The last, I think, Art Talk video I did, there was some shenanigans going on in Florida with somebody selling fake Andy Warhols. So here we are again in Florida. At the Orlando Museum of Art, a subpoena raises questions about an exhibition of works purported to be by artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. Now, this is kind of a long article, but it's very well worth reading, and I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's so long, and there's a lot of stuff. There's like several different kind of sections to this article, but I will go ahead and read this first little bit. Again, dated May 29th, the ongoing cultural fascination with the life and work of Jean-Michel Basquiat shows little signs of dimming, whether it's in the form of brisk sales for $29.99 Basquiat-themed t-shirts at The Gap, large crowds for Basquiat's latest art exhibitions, or an actual canvas by the painter auctioned last week for $85 million. To the ranks of those focused intently on all things Basquiat, you can now add the FBI. The FBI's art crime team, is investigating the authenticity of 25 paintings that the Orlando Museum of Art says were created by Basquiat and are on exhibit there, according to a federal subpoena and several people with knowledge about the situation. Okay. I don't know if I've said this before, but even if I have said it before, it bears repeating. When the FBI gets involved, long pause. When the FBI gets involved, you're as good as caught. Whoever it happens to be, like whoever they're investigating, they're not investigating somebody just because they have nothing better to do with their time and or their resources. When the FBI investigates somebody, it's because there is some serious shit going on. There's some serious shit going on. And from what, I'm not an expert in this, but I am a casual observer who is very interested in this subject. And please do read through this. Please do read through this. Something made them suspicious. Something the FBI became, I don't know how. And I read through this article and still haven't found like what it is really that tipped off the FBI or made the FBI investigate any of this. But something did. Something did. And they got on the case and they started investigating. And now they sure are something. They didn't like get into this like before these people, the Orlando Museum of Art and the whoever owns these paintings or whatever, they didn't nab them or subpoena them or whatever before the exhibit started. No, they waited for the exhibit to begin to really get going and subpoena these people and start the investigation and start asking questions and whatever it is that they're doing. I'm not sure because I'm not an expert with regard to how they conduct the investigations and, what constitutes evidence and so on and so forth. No, I'm not. But this kind of stuff just intrigues the hell out of me. So they're investigating the authenticity of these 25 paintings. And I think they're like based on the article. And I have issues reading, so I hope I got it right. I hope I read it right. These 25 paintings are not all owned by one person, and the provenance of these paintings, again, judging by what I read in the article, seems very suspicious. Seems like they can't really be sure of where these, is it paintings or prints. I'm not sure. Well, no, it's paintings. It's paintings. They can't really be sure where they came from, or whether, as you can see, or whether Jean-Michel Basquiat even made these. And one of the ways that they're trying to figure out the authenticity is Jean-Michel Basquiat used to paint on surfaces that he found like in the trash, like cardboard. And in this case, it's cardboard that is, I guess, a part of Federal Express boxes or whatever. And they got so specific that they actually investigated when Federal Express started using that what does it say here, typeface on their logo or whatever on their cardboard that they had for their boxes or packaging or whatever. Well, it turns out the typeface that is on this alleged Basquiat didn't start being made or printed until like 6 years after Jean-Michel Basquiat died. Hello. So, I mean, you know, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, I'm not a nothing like that. But that sounds awfully suspicious. Anyway, and then you get into this article, and I urge you to read this because this is juicy. This is just juicy. And I'm not gossiping. You ain't heard it from me. You heard it from the New York Times. This got all the way into a museum. These paintings, 25 of them, with very questionable authenticity, very questionable origins and provenance and what have you, they made it all the way into the Orlando Museum of Art. And again, like I said, you just trust these people, don't you? You trust these museum people because they're supposed to be experts. They're supposed to know a real from a fake, whatever artist or whatever kind of art, right? Don't they have people who work at the museum who would be able to spot whether or not something is authentic? Or if they don't have somebody like that, in-house working for the museum, there's appraisers. There's appraisers. All these auction houses, they also appraise. All these auction houses that they stage these auctions for all these, crazy expensive works of art. Okay, follow me. They all have in-house appraisers who, if you have a work of art that you want to sell at one of their auctions, they investigate it first. The appraisers who work for the auction company. Okay, so, when sometimes you don't even have to sell. You don't even have to sell a painting. Maybe sometimes people just take it to the auction people because that is one of the services they provide, appraisals. And you want to get it appraised maybe because you want to, purchase insurance in case something happens to the thing or, and that can be used for criminal activity as well, but we're not here to discuss that. But, you guys, this is just crazy. This is a crazy article, and I just happened to find it when I was poking around this evening. The painting's owners and the museum director and chief executive, Aaron de Groff, say the paintings are genuine Basquiat's, citing statements from art world experts. Hello, it's like I found the perfect paragraph to just illustrate what I was saying. Citing statements from art world experts commissioned by the owners. Okay, yeah, like that. They can't be bought off. And the chairwoman of the museum's board, Cynthia Brumback, has publicly supported de Groff. The paintings are set to leave the museum on June 30th for public exhibitions in Italy. Well, isn't that something? FBI special agents have interviewed people in the art and design worlds focusing on the paintings in the exhibition and on their primary owners, who have previously said in interviews that they were trying to sell the works. Oh boy. Those questions include De Graft, according to 2 employees of the museum who were granted anonymity because they said De Graft has warned the staff that anyone talking to the media would be fired. Mm-hmm. 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 That's interesting, isn't it? In a subpoena to OMA, Orlando Museum of Art, dated, they've been working on this for about a year, at least it seems that way. So dated July 27th, 2021, the FBI demanded any and all communications between the museum's employees and the owners of the artworks purported to be by artist Jean-Michel Basquiat, including correspondence with experts regarding the work. Oh, shit. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Now, let me explain something else to you, listener and viewer. People think that the FBI, I don't know why, but people think that the FBI can just bust into your house or your business or whatever and raid you without any warning whatsoever. And they can. But they cannot do that without permission. And they, of course, don't get the permission of the person who they're raiding. No. They get the permission from a judge. Okay? So when the FBI, like it says here, demands communications between the museum's employees and etc., they can make those demands based on the fact that they have a court order from a judge that says that they have the right to do that, and they have the right to search through their stuff. They have the right to search through these people's communications, their phone calls, their texts, their emails, their everything. And in order to get that, the FBI has to present evidence to the judge saying, okay, we think that these people are guilty of committing crimes because here's our evidence, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, and we think that there's plenty here to very, very, very strongly indicate, if not prove, that these people are up to no good. So, and the judge looks at all of that and says, okay, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. So they can't do that without a judge approving. All right. So if a judge has looked at whatever the FBI presented to them, all right, and say, yeah, go ahead, investigate them, you have the right, FBI, to get all of their communications and, look through all of their drawers and cupboards and everything. Yeah, that means that this is serious. That's why I say when the FBI gets involved, this is not a joke. This is not just like a preliminary kind of, whatever, they're just starting to look for evidence now. No, they're not just starting to look for evidence now or in July of 2021. They've been keeping an eye on this for a while. They've been keeping an eye on probably, I don't know, maybe months, maybe years, who knows. Like some of these investigations are drawn out over a good amount of time. But that just makes this all the more juicy. All right, whereas the FBI declined to comment on the investigation or its status. Of course they did. But a person connected to the case said he was interviewed in April. Mm-hmm. If authentic, the Basquiat paintings would be worth 100 million. Mm-hmm. Sure. According to Putnam Fine Art and Antique Appraisals. Oh, shit. But what did I say? How closely did they... What was the basis of their appraisal to deem these works authentic? That's why I'm here, you all. That's why I'm here. Now, and one of the owners of these 25 paintings, this, like I said, it's in tiers, right? They discuss one owner and then another owner. One of the owners is Los Angeles trial lawyer Pierce O'Donnell, who in 2016 represented Amber Heard in her divorce from Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie in her divorce from Brad Pitt. He subsequently purchased an interest in 6 of the 25 works and has hired a battery of experts, several of whom have said they appear genuine. Oh, for the love of Pete. A verdict, this is the juiciest part, and yeah, this is going to be a little longer than 20 minutes. I am sorry, but this is too good. A verdict from Basquiat's estate is no longer available. Its authentication committee, they have an authentication committee, or had, rather. Its authentication committee disbanded in 2012 at a time when many artists' estates were ceasing to authenticate artwork because of costly litigation. Go ahead and read that a second time. Authenticating. It looks like a lot of these authenticators were not authentic themselves. Because if they could stand by what they said and the certificates they issued or whatever, then they wouldn't have to worry about getting sued now, would they? Let me keep going. Exhibiting paintings at a museum can often enhance the legitimacy of works without more established provenance. I bet it can. These museums are dirty as hell. Dirty as hell. And I hope that they're getting investigated, too. I can only hope. But, you guys, as you can see, there's more to the article. And I urge you to read it. I've already taken up way too much of your time. But I might be mentioning this article and this issue again in other videos. I'm not sure, but I just had to show you this. I had to show you this. Ooh, Art Fraud Insights. I gotta look this company up. Ooh. Anyway, you guys, I'm sorry. I got distracted. But you guys read this article and just enjoy the hell out of all this juicy gossip. Which some of it is gossip because nothing has been proven in court yet, from what I can tell. But they're working on it. And I'm so glad they are. So you guys, I wanted to add this video to my collection because it kind of reinforces the stuff that I talk about with my art crime videos. And, you know, how often works like Banksy and Basquiat are involved in these like criminal fraud, money laundering, whatever cases that have to do with art. I'm going to be coming back with more and more and more. So, you know, you guys, before I sign off, I just want to thank you again for watching the video. If you're a returning viewer or a new viewer, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you know somebody who would be interested in my kind of nonsense. And, you know, keep coming back. Keep coming back, and I love comments. Again, if you don't like the video, let me know. Feel free to hit the dislike button, and also feel free to tell me what I did or said wrong or that you don't agree with or whatever. So before I take up any more of your time, I'm gonna be coming back soon. I am working on a Shining video. Didn't have the energy to like do it, tape it, so to speak, tonight. But hopefully tomorrow night I will. And again, more to come, more videos to come. I have been busy, I have been stressed, I have been tired, but I still wanted to come over and show you this marvelous story that I just find so interesting. So anyway, you guys, one more time, thank you. I can't thank you enough if you're watching my video. So until the next time I find another reason to talk at you, I will go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye, everybody.